That fleet included the Great Michael, the biggest warship in the world at the time. She was a crucial part of a royal arms race between Scotland and England. Dr. Kirsty McAllister is IFLI's Cultural Heritage Officer.
James IV and Henry VIII were of a similar age. They'd both got an eye on being the best king possible. They were both virile, athletic young men with a point to prove, and they were both very, very good at proving it. And so, yeah, they were great competitors and rivals.
Which is one of the reasons for the building of the Great Michael. It's kind of a showy-offy thing.
It was all about conspicuous consumption. This is a key facet of James IV's Renaissance kingship. He was building castles and palaces, a huge architectural building programme. He had the best clothes, the finest art, the most eclectic, vibrant royal court. And to have the biggest naval ship in the entire world was part of James's plan to be seen on an international stage and recognised for the great king and the great individual that he truly was.
And James himself came here a lot, and he visited, and you find him being brought presents of pears from across the river from the Laird of Clackmannan, and he gives money to a poor lady in the area, and he was very active.
He had his eye on becoming the greatest naval architect, the greatest naval king in all of history.
But can anything still be found of James's once busy dockyards? It's a challenging site. Some of the most interesting things could lie under coastal mudflats where the usual type of geophysics doesn't work. Soaking your mud regularly in salty water messes up electrical probing. In fact, it messes up a lot of things.
The best bet is it is very boggy underfoot here. Try and go for the sort of flattish areas between the tussocks, but avoiding the wet patches.
This is amazing. It's like walking on custard, only a lot smellier. Why does it smell so bad?
This is the special mud of the Inner Forth. This is why it is so special. Really good for all the wildlife.
Well, I'm telling you this much, if it was that special, you'd have it in a packet and putting it in a mask on your face.
I wouldn't recommend that, but this is the technique to use if you want a facial of Inner Forth mud. Try augering. It's
Okay.
one way you're guaranteed to get a face full.
Face full of Inner Forth.
Augering or coring involves lengths of hollow tube with a handle on top, then pushing it with sheer brute strength into a lot of mud. It helps the archaeologists to find out where to sink their trenches. This site covers 3 large fields, so the archaeologists are looking for a very muddy needle in a very muddy haystack. The more they can narrow things down, the better. Dr. Richard Tipping of Stirling University is the site's sedimentologist. Yes, that is a thing.
Right, and now we can push this down to 2 metres, Lauren.
It's just like going into a blancmange.
It's a very sticky blancmange.
It's a very sticky, smelly blancmange. There's quite a lot of hefting going on there. And you're going right down.
Have an extra metre on top of
Right.
the chamber.
So what are you twisting it around like that?
Yeah, Lawrence is now twisting it round so that it cuts a little circle of sediment.
Ah, cool.
So it's like a corkscrew.
And it has to be
Okay,
lifted.
and we pull up. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. And it's out. So now
Oh, neatly done.
that's it. That's another few hundred years of sediment that we've just grabbed from underneath the bog. So if we clean up and pull apart, then we're looking at the sediment as it was
Yes.
in the ground.
Every metre of tube takes you further back into the past. When it produces layers of organic stuff like peat, it can be carbon dated, helping the team to see the environment back in time and find out where not to dig.
What we're trying to establish essentially is whether this salt marsh was here in the 16th century when the dockyard was used. If this salt marsh was here in the 16th century, then the dockyard can't be here because there was a salt marsh in the way. So we have to look somewhere else for the dockyard. So we're trying to prove a negative, if you like. We're trying to say this isn't where the dockyard was.
God. It's almost like chocolate mousse at that level.
Yes.
I wouldn't eat it.
No,
No, it's not
I
good.
do, which is why I'm covered in mud. But
Did you just say you ate that?
I do, yes, because